Diddy is fighting tooth and nail to make sure he doesn't go down alone? Well, it looks like his plans are finally succeeding because he just brought undeniable evidence of how Jay-Z allegedly unalived his mistress, Kathy White, to protect Beyonce. Allegedly, Kathy White got pregnant for Jay-Z and was threatening to do a tell-all interview about the affair around the same time Beyonce also announced that she was pregnant. And thinking of the absolute chaos Kathy's tell-all would be, Jay-Z made the obvious choice and decided to delete his mistress. Sources are now saying Diddy has strong evidence that can prove everything that went down, so Jay's days as a free man might be counted. He was very particular about keeping the relationship low-key, so he would do things like ask her to bring a couple of friends along for a ride so it wouldn't look like they were a thing, which is what he did that evening. While they were in Vegas, Jay also reportedly took Kathy on a trip to the Bellagio casino, asking her to bring a few friends to their table, so much so that her friend Claudia Jordan was reportedly jealous of how Kathy always seemed to pull all the wealthier ballers and how she had over $100,000 worth of bags and $200,000 worth of shoes, and how she could just randomly buy her friend a $3,000 Louis Vuitton bag. So Jay was definitely doing right by Kathy. Well, until he started seeing her as a liability, and that's why it's interesting that in 2020, a blind item from Crazy Days and Nights said, "This A-list host model is also an actress. Our host has always stayed quiet about the death of her friend, but has become more convinced over the years that the permanent A-list rapper had her friend killed. It just seemed too convenient that he wanted her out of the picture, and shortly after he said that, the friend ended up dead." It was then revealed that the A-list host was Claudia Jordan, Kathy's friend, and the rapper was Jay-Z. Well, as the saying goes, all that happens in the dark will eventually come to light. It didn't take long for people to start putting two and two together and figuring out that Kathy was Jay's mistress. Naturally, they started reaching out to her for comments on the situation, and about 2 weeks before she passed away, a major tabloid that was investigating the Jay-Z connection allegedly reached out to her.
Liz broken. She said, "Note the date. Hey Jay-Z, I was the reporter who talked to your alleged mistress right before she died or was murdered. I know everything. I know what you did. Go F yourself. Your time is coming. Maybe you and Diddy can share a prison cell together. Justice is coming." It's only a matter of time before spirit cooking Jay-Z is exposed like Diddy. There's a reason Kanye said Jay's got murderers. I would know. He's evil to the core.
It seems like Diddy has been threatening Jay-Z with evidence related to Kathy White's murder, pressuring Jay-Z to take the fall with him.
Have you ever been to a P. Diddy party?
Yeah, many, honestly.
And so, can you take us through, like, what goes on, like, when you were there?
Money and sex.
Were you surprised that there were so many cameras in his houses?
No.
So let me ask you, when you hear that Cassie was told to hire male escorts to come in what they call freak-offs now, is that something normal that happens in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Freak-offs.
Hey, everybody know that. I've been saying it.
Yeah, so why does Puffy, why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time. Like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup? Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and fucking took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
He's at Diddy's 50th birthday party. The Kardashians, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye, Kevin Hart, every A-lister was there. And Stevie J wants to remind them. Remember, the lawsuit says Diddy has compromising footage of everyone.
Now, Jay-Z is setting Diddy up so that if Diddy goes down, he goes down alone for their joint trafficking operation.
I think it's time for us to address the elephant in the room.
R. Kelly was the first corporately sponsored pedophile. Everybody knew.
Once it came out on R. Kelly, Jay-Z fled the scene.
Point was, he knew all the time.
For 20 years, Jay-Z refused to speak out against R. Kelly, but his former partner, Dame Dash, won't stay silent.
Aaliyah is key to everything. Aaliyah and I were very serious. We talked about getting married. So
I know exactly what went on.
She'd be like, no, that's a bad man.
R. Kelly did indeed marry his protege, the 15-year-old singer Aaliyah Houghton.
Like, Aaliyah was like the sacrificial lamb for all that.
22-year-old rising star Aaliyah has been killed in a horrific plane crash.
It's a pain that you couldn't understand.
It changed you, turned you into a monster.
When Dame was at his lowest, Jay committed the ultimate betrayal.
I had so much trust in my brother, but he did things that I thought he would never do. So what you think I felt all these years?
For 20 years, R. Kelly's power protected him.
At that time, we did not look hard enough.
Remember Aaliyah's album cover?
Age ain't nothing but a number. Sitting back there like Perv Master.
I mean, I wasn't there. You know, I ain't have nothing to do with that.
They made a song together called Not Guilty. Anybody that knows what happened to my girl that with me should not be with home, period.
Even as new allegations came out, Jay looked the other way.
Kelly is accused of videotaping himself having sex with an underage girl. Prosecutors maintain the girl in the video was as young as 13 when it was made.
I mean, I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that. I know I ain't have nothing to do with it.
I'm going to expose somebody that we all forget about. Y'all see this picture of Jay-Z with Aaliyah when she was underage? Y'all forgot about Jay, huh? We only know about Dame and Dash messing with Aaliyah and R. Kelly. But that ain't the only one that Jay had when she was underage. Y'all remember Fox Brown and Jay? Ain't no woman like the one I got. No one could love you bad. Before that song came out, we used to hear it.
Now, there's plenty of evidence suggesting that both Jay-Z and Diddy are on the same level as R. Kelly.
Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop the whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man. That was dope. That was super dope.
Okay, and this is a 2013 blind item that was brought back again on March 4th about Beyonce, Jay-Z, Diddy, Kelly Rowland. In 2013, the Queen Bee and her husband attended a New Year's Eve party in Miami, which was being thrown by Mr. Freakoff. No one who was there has ever forgotten that night because she spent the entire night in the pool dancing into space. Her best friend who recently starred in the Netflix movie called for help, but she was ignored. It's like she was in a trance. By the way, so this is Beyonce and Jay-Z party into 2014 at Diddy's New Year's Eve bash. So you can Google that, Diddy's 2013, New Year's Eve bash, obviously bringing in 2014. And you can see in the articles how they had had linked Beyonce's Instagram account, and all of her posts from this 2013 party were removed when I initially reported on this blind item from my main account at the beginning of March. I just find that interesting. Do you guys see how all of these chips were kind of falling? This is why I'm also so pissed my main's not here anymore, because I had captured this all in real time. And I remember being like, oh, that's weird. All of Beyonce's posts from Diddy's party are fucking gone, and any evidence of her being there are fucking gone. This one aged so well, you guys. So this is about...
Now, Jay-Z and Beyonce are doing their best to erase all evidence of their relationship with Diddy.
Now, you had said that you felt that Beyonce was a prisoner. Because I always heard their relationship was put together. It was a business. Or I did hear that.
Him and Matthew Knowles had a deal and
Security Solutions Hero of the Game, Glenn Martin of New York City. As a longtime real estate executive for Christian and Wakefield, Glenn had the foresight years ago to know what Brooklyn could become, and he played an important role in the renaissance of our...
Now, everyone knows that Beyonce doesn't have a say in this, as she's being controlled by Jay-Z and so on.
Yeah, tell them stop bringing all the minors over here late at night. I live right next to him. He do too much. It be like buses, big ass buses. You just see all type of shit hop out. Especially at nighttime, around 3 o'clock in the morning. It gets wild. I'm his neighbor. When my basketball go over there, I just let it be because I don't want to knock on the door.
But 50 Cent is ready to testify that the Carters and Combs are connected.
You're not with the Capitol Police. You can't be pushing more. You're not with the Capitol Police. Okay, guys, we're going to play All right, we're going to have the president.
And this guy is taking it up with the authorities as well.
I'm going to tell you something right now, Sean, because I know you're watching. Or you have someone watching. I'm going to admit something right here on AT2 channel that I've never admitted before. People think I'm a snitch. The truth is I'm the best secret keeper in the world. I keep secrets even what I'm about to say my husband don't know. I started fucking Big L when I was 14 years old.
Whoa.
We kept it on the low because I was young. You didn't know that, Sean. And you don't know everything that L told me about you. Please sue me. I want to go to court.
Wow.
I want to tell everybody in the world all the things that Big L told me about you when I was fucking him.
So this Big L is associated.
Big L is the one that put Jay-Z on.
Wow.
Jay-Z was the last person to see Big L alive.
Wait, so this Big L person is not living on this earth no more?
He's been dead for years. His death made it possible for reasonable doubt to live.
Whoa.
See how good I keep secrets, Sean? And I'm gonna tell you something else, and I'll give you this one for free. Big L fuck better than you do, nigga. I'd rather be with that dead man than ever be with you.
So how do you know how Jay-Z get down? You know that from experience, or?
Don't worry about that part. I'll tell it on the stand.
Oh, wow.
When he takes me to court for defamation of character, I'll tell him how well I know you.
And he's not the only one willing to testify either.
And it wasn't just security footage they were after. Homeland Security also confiscated hard drives, phones, and other electronics, focusing on finding photos, emails, and names linking others to the alleged sex trafficking operation. These tactics straight out of the Epstein playbook. Seize the footage, but then what? Bury it? Blackmail with it? We don't know. Will anybody ever know what was on Diddy's cameras? And will this investigation lead to indictments that go higher up the food chain? And how high? Politicians, athletes, celebrities, music executives, all were recorded inside Diddy's parties. Officials say that Diddy's alleged victims have not been holding back during their interviews and are telling investigators everything. We'll keep you up to date on all of these details and more as soon as we hear them.
Jesse Waters has been following the Diddy case on Fox News since its inception.
Billionaire hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs had his Miami and LA homes turned upside down in an alleged sex trafficking raid conducted by Homeland Security. A producer's lawsuit accusing Diddy of being worse than Jeffrey Epstein. TMZ has footage of Diddy's LA house after the feds ripped it apart. Drawers on the floor, safes cracked into, documents rifled through, electronics seized. TMZ reporting that agents zeroed in on Diddy's hard drives. Tonight, Diddy's whereabouts still unknown. His alleged drug mule, a former Syracuse basketball player, was arrested at Miami Airport, and he's been accused of acquiring and distributing Diddy's drugs and guns. But how was this allowed to get so big and so bad? Diddy, one of the biggest names in the music business, 3 Grammys, a long list of Billboard hits, and side ventures making him a billionaire. For 2 decades, Diddy was the Democrats' biggest black celebrity influencer. In 2004, Diddy spearheaded the Vote or Die movement at the DNC.
We're spreading a simple, urgent message. Vote or die.
Yes, it's that serious. They used to joke around about us, say we were disenfranchised, we were too lazy to vote. On November 3rd, they won't be laughing no more. The youth of America will have the last laugh.
And Black America listened.
People said vote or die, and people voted because Puffy said vote or die.
Vote or die.
You know, if he affected me, then he must have affected millions of us young black people.
I voted for Kerry just because
obviously I'm voting for Kerry, so I want to make sure.
I voted for John Kerry and John Edwards. Reason being, well, I was voting for John Kerry because simply, you know what I'm saying?
John Kerry.
Back then, Diddy was slobbering all over Hillary.
You're one of the few politicians that young people relate to, and we wanted to just hear the message on why you feel it's important for them to vote this year.
I really think that this year more than any other, young people have their entire futures at stake.
And I believe your slogan, vote or die, is accurate.
Diddy says young people relate to Hillary? How much did that cost? Here he is with Barack.
When you want to be the president of the United States, you call your man, call MTV.
Thank you. and I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing the kinds of work that he's doing, because he doesn't have to do this.
And I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool. And I want to apologize. I ain't trying to make you look bad or nothing like that, but I'm just so cool.
We wearing a t-shirt. I tell you, if he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing, he'd be sweating just like me.
In 2008, Diddy went from vote or die to Obama or die.
My name is Barack Obama. No, my name is not Barack Obama. My name is Barack Obama. It's very important that you do not believe the polls. The polls are trying to say that my brother from another mother, Barack Obama, is up leading in the polls by 10 points. Don't believe that, brother. See, this is where we mess up. We start believing in the hype and we get too comfortable.
And then in 2020, Diddy went on a media tour for Biden.
White men like Trump need to be banished. That way of thinking is real dangerous. This man literally threatened the lives of us and our families about going to vote. When you look at it, we don't have no choice, you know what I'm saying? You can say what you want about Biden. I can't say I love the pick either, but hey, we got to get him in office, and then we got to hold him accountable.
Democrats used Diddy's charisma, star power, and street cred in the black community every single election. For Diddy, this was a business opportunity. He was blessed by the professional class and commercialized. He was in the back pocket of the powerful, and that made him powerful with a free pass. He was so loved that New York City Mayor Eric Adams handed him the key to the city.
Hey, yo, New York! New York, we did it! Harlem, we did it. Mount Vernon, we did it. The Bronx, we did it. Let's go. The key to the city. Yeah. I'm coming to the Garden with it. Then I'm gonna be in Brooklyn this Sunday. I'm not playing with you, New York. I'm gonna give you this love. It's a love rampage.
Diddy didn't just have the key to the city, he had the key to the country. He endorsed the Democrats, politicked for them, and got souls to the polls, as they say. But there was more to it than that. He was a political enforcer.
Now, he's repeatedly telling us that the Diddy case has ties to the government, just like Epstein's case did.